us if we can have our athletes to train with them. But I don't think they're going to affect the athletes in the long run because first of all, they got so many. One. Second of all, when they go to Carifta, before they even leave Carifta, you know they're carrying the absolute best, and the ones they carrying, the times that they bringing in, the times and the throws and the jumps, that is on par with the rest, probably even better. So it's like they're going out there, they know what they're going to do. But our athletes, the only thing they're doing is tuning our athletes to be better, to run better, to throw better, to jump better. But at the end of the day, you know, it's like you're going up against the Mount Rushmore. You know, you know what they're going out there to do. It can take more than one or two athletes from here to even be considered in the same breath. It can take, you know, as you said, Bahamas carrying 73 of those athletes. How many of those athletes?
76.
76, sorry. How many of those athletes you could say ain't meeting the preliminary time? And I don't think they're even looking forward to the preliminary time. They're looking for a time where they can make it to the finals. I think that's the main goal. Their goal is not just to, hey, let me see if I could qualify. No. Their mindset is, hey, we're going to win this thing. So we ain't thinking about Heat 1 and Heat 2 and Heat 3. We're thinking about what you do in the finals. And for the mere fact that they're carrying all those athletes, they ain't allowing those athletes to do, I would say, more than two races. Because you want to get the best. You don't want to burn them out. You want them to give the best that they could possibly give. In order for you to do that, you gotta allow them to concentrate on what they are best at. 76 athletes is a lot. Trust me. Trust me. We may be carrying all of 20, but how many events are all of 20 can do? We can say, well, okay, this one could do the 100 meters. Let's see if we can do the long jump. You know, it can be several races where we say, hey, our athletes maybe can do this and this and this. And Jamaica and Bahamas saying, okay, you're a 100-meter runner. Well, we can train you to be a 100-meter runner for the next 3-4 years. So by the time your last year in Carifta, you'll be Olympic ready.
Interesting. And you, Sharon? 76, big number.
Well, like I say, these teams go out to go and win Carifta. So they have the athletes that can perform at the Carifta Games. So that's why the team are as huge as it is. It might sound like a big number to us, but it's not a big number for them. They are used to carrying that to these Carifta Games. They go out to compete, and they go out to compete to win. So.
Well, we're on our way there. All right, so we finally have the athletes back on the track, and we're getting ready now for the relays. I'm told it's the 4x100, so we're going to go down for the call of this race right now.
They will be running. Pratt are Station Etienne, Jamina Dorinville, Kiara Clark, and Sasha Filame. Running in lane 8 for the Osita Jolly Primary are Miana Vernos, Destiny Hall, Sarah Rose, and Scacian Davis. These are the lane assignments for the 9 and under girls 4x100 meters for Heat 1 of 2 preliminaries.
Okay, thank you very much for calling the names of the athletes running in this 4x1. Again, in lane number 1, we have Iris Stubbs. Lane number 4, we have Adelaide Amler. Lane number 6, we have Eliza Simons. Lane number 7, we have INT Pratt. And lane number 8, we have Osita Jolly. Block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, Are we all ready? Show your white flags and let us know when if you're okay. Okay, they are not ready yet. So again, these are the lane assignments for 4x1. Girls 8 to 9. Girls 8 to 9. Then you have in lane 1, Ira Stubbs. Lane 4, Adelaide Amler. Lane 6, Eliza Simons. Lane 7, Ianti Pratt. And lane 8, Osita Jolly. So as soon as you have your persons in your lane, block 1, 2, 3, 4, can you raise your white flag so we can know that you're ready? Okay, you're looking at 2 is ready, 3 is ready. I didn't see the flag over here. Block 4. Ready? I haven't seen the flag yet. As soon as you're ready, just raise your flag and we will know you're ready. That's block 2. Block 3 is ready. 4. Mr. Glasgow, I can't see your flag. Can you come so I can see your flag? Oh, that's it there? Okay, he's ready. So, Mr. Ford, as soon as you're ready, let me know. Uh, 1, 2, 3 is ready. Just waiting on 4. 4 is now ready. Starting blocks. What's that? He changed his flag to yellow. Okay. Sorry, changed his flag to yellow. He's ready now. So 1, you're ready. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's go. And they off and running. Here's the first one race of the 4x1, 8 to 9 girls. As you see them taking off there, Osita Jolly out there in front, Ianti Pratt. Then you have Eliza Simons and you have Adelaide Amler and also Ira Stubbs. You're also now seeing Osita Jolly take a nice lead out there, but all you have Eliza Simons down on life on. And as you go right around the back, oh boy, they mess. Ooh, I tell you, they running and running and running. These kids, you got to give them a break. Give them a break. As they come around the bend, you have Osita Jolly still out in front. Osita Jolly still out in front there. Coming around, these are the prelims. These are the prelims. As she's coming around the bend and to the straightaway, Osita Jolly is still out in front. As they're coming on home, Osita Jolly is right there. Eliza Simons now is also there. Coming in there, you have Adelaide Amler. Coming also, and you have Ianti Pratt. Coming home now is Osita Jolly. She is in. Coming Eliza Simons, Ianti Pratt. Oh, watch Ira Stubbs, and they're coming in Ira Stubbs. And you have Eliza Simons, and you have Ianti Pratt. And watch them come, and they're gone. They're all in. They are all in. Osita Jolly, Ianti Pratt, Eliza Simons, Adelaide Amler, Ira Stubbs. They are in. These little ones are running. You got to give these guys a break, I guess. They don't know much about running relays. They are so small. I tell you, 8 to 9, they quite understand this track like we do. But that is the girls 8 to 9. 8 to 9. And now we are going to be, that's heat 1. We're going to be running heat 2. We're going to be running heat 2 as soon as we get them lined up. And so we apologize for that late start. We had to make sure get it right with this release. And at that time, you had a lot of field events had to be done. So a lot of field events are being done already. And the softball throw that was going on for boys. a softball throw for boys 10 to 12 for the softball throw for 10 boys 10 to 12, and there was 2 flights of them. Also, you have girls long jump from 12 to 13. There was 2 flights also of those long jumps, and also you have boys 12 to 13 softball throw. You have 2 flights of those softball throws. Each one is 13 and more athletes in each flight. And now we into the girls 4x1. Girls 4x1. Heat 1 is already being ran. Now we're waiting for Heat 2 is on track. We're just waiting a minute, just waiting for the officials. As soon as we get a ruling on the field from the officials, we will start this one. Can you give me the names of? Can you give me the names?
Here are the lane assignments for Heat 2 of 2 preliminaries for the 9 and under boys, 4x100 meters. Girls, rather. For the 4x100 meters, Taylin Colvert, Brenia Felix, Lisa Pluvios, Malaya Smith from the Thelma Lightbourne primary will be running in lane 1. In lane 4 for the Provo Christian is Narika Rigby, Jada Castillo, Oneida Menis, Amira Cartwright. In lane 6 for the Ona Glinton primary, Remaya Lewis, Erinese Stoll, Gianna Wilson, and Mageline Deliciox. And in lane 7 for Richmond Hill preparatory are Rebecca Hippolyte, Johanna Banton, Bella Higgs Watkins, and Kyla Thomas. In lane 8 for Enid Capron are Bianca Otten, Dihanaj Nelson, Melnia Wilson, and Frankisha Aginor. These are the lane assignments for Heat 2 of 2 preliminaries for the 9 and under girls, 4x100 meters, event 23.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we still are waiting on the officials, but in the meantime, we have Heat 2 of the 4x1, 8 to 9, and you have in lane 1 Thelma Lipon, lane 4 Provo Christian, lane 6 Una Glinton, lane 7 Richmond Hill, and lane 8 Enid Capron. All right, ready to go. All 5 white flags? Yes, that's ready to go. Block 3, ready? Block 3. Hold on. White flags, please. If you're ready, please, white flags. Okay, ready to go. Okay, and this is Heat 2 of 2 girls, 8 to 9, 4x1. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, they're off already, and the baton exchange is going to be done by, oh boy, look like Richmond Hills taken off there, Richmond Hills, and you also have Provo Christian Academy As you see them taking off around the back straight away, coming on down Provo Christian Academy, overtaking Richmond Hills. As you're going to go, the batting going to go to Provo Christian Academy first. And here you go out there in lane, Enid Capron all the way out there in lane number 8, coming around the bend. Yeah, you have Enid Capron. I don't know what happened there, but I guess what? They are coming. They are running. They are running. Enid Capron coming in there. Enid Capron coming in. Enid Capron and the batting off first. And then you get a Provo. You have Richmond Hill. And you have Una Glinton. Oh, you got Community Quest coming inside. Una Glinton coming. Richmond Hills coming. And you have Ira Stubbs coming. Enid Capron coming. Here they coming. They coming. They coming. They coming. And she is home. And that is Enid Capron, Thelma Lightbourne, Richmond Hills, Ona Glinton, and Christian Academy, Provo Christian Academy. That is the girls 8 to 9. 8 to 9, heat 2 of 2. Heat 2 of 2. It's all in the books. How we can get the boys. The boys 8 to 9. Boys 8 to 9. I was waiting for them to come on track. And we have 2 heats of the boys. 2 heats of the boys. 2 heat for the boys, and while we wait on the boys, we had 2 exciting 4x1s by the low ones here, 8 to 9. Quite exciting. They're running their heart out. These were the prelims, and now they're going to be doing the finals tomorrow. The finals will be done tomorrow. Hello.
Here are the lane assignments for the 9 and under boys, 4x100 meters. This is heat 1 of 2 preliminaries. In lane 2 for the Best Institute are Omari Torshan, Isaac Sharite, Ariane Walken, and Antonia Bolek. In lane 3 for the INT Pratt primary are Bradley Pierre Louis, James Lee Termeline, Jaden Compere, and Fabian Morency. Running in lane 4 for the Adelaide Umler primary are Elijah Gardner, Cameron Gardner, Recky Forbes, and Fredson Jean Baptiste. Running in lane 5 for the Richmond Hills Preparatory are Sean Pratt, Micaiah McDonald, Karen Lightbourne, and Bradley Vernio. Running in lane 6 for the Irish Stubbs primary are Josiah Jolly, Mark Francois, Lamar Forbes, and Shanida Jacinth. And running in lane 7 for the elite school are Junior Joseph, Bensley Alexandre, Adrian Marino Jesus, and Paulson Paul. These are the lane assignments for the heat 1 of 2 preliminaries for the 9 and under boys, 4x100 meters, event 24.
Okay, Ms. Francis, you needed right away at the technical area. Ms. Francis, you needed right away at the technical area. Okay, and as you
a bit, but we are definitely into the afternoon session. On the track right now is the boys 8 to 9 4x100 meter relay. This is a heat of 2. This is the boys again, 8 to 9. You would have seen the girls ran a while ago. You got the lane assignments right before I came on. So we are going to wait to see how this race plays out. And Again, we started off a little rough this morning, Parker. Now we're back into the full swing of things. Really, I mean, I wouldn't say that we were really off that by that much. We really caught up in a sense.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see that we've caught up. There's a lot going on in the back.
Oh, trust me.
All right, and right now, this year, for the first time, we have Mr. Rashano Cox. First time in the role of meet manager.
Oh man, shout outs to Rashano.
And so, running a little bit, we expect little hiccups. These are the teething pains that we have to go through when we're trying to upscale our people. So we're just asking the public. First we want to let you know what is really going on in the background, and to kind of have patience with us, because again, this is Mr. Cox's first time, and we want to bring him up to speed. He's a sports officer at the sports commission in North Cape.
Double duty.
And now he would have the skills, and as he progresses, he'll have the qualifications to represent the Turks and Caicos in meets like this abroad, or be a part of a team
that goes away.
And possibly be requested to work some regional or international events. So again, it's all a part of upscaling our people. So this meet is off right now, and out front, Donovan, he ran out of his shoes. He just ran out of his shoes. The gentleman in the first and lane 1. It's not clear which uniform or which school he's from, but if you can see the little guy from, Donovan, I understand what you're saying now with the names. I can't see the names on the jerseys or on the track uniforms, so I can't refer to them by their school name. Out front, do we have a clear view of that? No, but this little guy is really paddling coming around the bend there as he's being, looks like he's going to be ran down.
Out in front.
Athlete Ambler? No, it's not Athlete Ambler, but it's, and he's going as a different color uniform, and he's going again.
That's INT Pratt out in front.
Okay, INT Pratt
out in front.
And this little fella is bringing it home. Look at his
all the way by himself.
Chest up, legs up, bringing it in. He's rolling as he's going to roll right through
trying to reel him in.
the finish line. Irish Stubbs coming in.
Followed by Richmond Hill.
Okay.
But it's a close one because Adelaide Ambler is right behind him.
Right behind it.
But you have it, INT Pratt, Irish Stubbs, and Richmond Hill. That will take that heat 1 of 2 guys.
Right now now I can see their names.
Yes.
It's at the back of the jerseys.
Well, we're trying to identify them by color, but it's fine. That's why the bid number, I use the bid number that helps me a lot in terms of giving our audience an understanding of how that works.
Paddling through right there again. It's that, you said INT Pratt?
Yes.
Coming in front, we just had a review of him paddling and powering through the finish line, followed by Irish Stubbs. Here's a better view. And look at the gentleman from Irish Stubbs in the back, head down, still pushing through, while INT Pratt chest up, driving through the finish line.
His head is down, so he's not even sure. He's just powering through the lane.
He's going from lane to lane.
He went from lane 4 to lane 3 to lane 2. He's just powering now. I love his form. His form is
chest
arms
up,
pumping, chest forward, legs high up.
Yep.
He's definitely powering down the lane and pushing through. Here comes Irish Stubbs.
Irish Stubbs.
Yeah, that's a unique form. Head down and just pushing himself forward into second place, getting his team secured for the final. So that should be a very interesting final with these schools.
Yes. A very good review. Good camera work for the team over there, and that's on the controls. Good replay, review of what took place from various views. I want to say thanks to the team there for giving us those many views right there. So you've seen it. As INT Pratt just advanced, were they finals? Or
No, this is a heat.
Heat. They just punched their ticket into the finals of the relays.
All right, guys, this is now going to be heat 2 of 2. Boys 8 to 9. This is the 4x1 relay. This is heat 2. We have for Enid Capron in lane 1, Samuel Wallace. In lane 2, we have Andy Antoine. In lane 3, we have Tony Rigby. And in lane 4, we have Gravesley Antoine. For Asita Jolly, who's running out of lane 3, we have on the first box, we have William Bain. Then we have Ramsey Noel. Then we have Nathaniel Newman and Ted Lee Faston. For Una Glinton, Nathaniel Parfat, Ajelin Benoit, Cody Weir, and Wendell Registry.
Is it Ona Glinton in lane 4?
Yes, Ona is in lane
Oh,
4.
okay.
We have Eliza Simons in lane 5. We have Hamilton, Adonai Carter, Tanas Musgrove, Amari Luars. That is your quartet for Eliza Simons. Then we have Provo Christian. We have Shora DePaul, Tyler Wins, Ronaldo Forbes, and Oki. Then we have for Thelma Lightburn, we have John Dickinson, Herbie Bryce, Dalen Henfield, and William Vargas. There you have it, folks. Heat 2 of 2. In lane 2, Enid Capron. In lane 3, you'll see the Jolly. In lane 4, Una Glinton. In lane 5, Eliza Simons. In lane 6, Provo Christian. And in lane 7, Thelma Lightbourne.
Okay, and we have a gentleman in lane 8. Can you?
Well, lane 8 from here, it looks like Community Christian in lane 8.
Okay. Great.
Provo Christian is in lane 8.
Bravo Christian. Okay. So Donovan, the games has been going well. We had a little weather, like you alluded to earlier, but again, the sun is out.
Yeah, man, the rain don't stop no show. And these kids are still putting on. They didn't even stop or worry about the rain. The girls are still out here jumping, not worrying about their hair. So, I mean, hey, we
Oh, you know, Donovan, at this age, those things don't matter. And to get outside and play in the rain is, you know, those are things at this age that you can't wait to do, and you walk away unscathed and without a whooping, you know, playing
well, of
in
course,
the rain.
you ain't worrying about that.
Yeah, so whether we wanted it or not, they would have been out here, you know, ready to play, ready to compete and represent their schools.
Like I said again, having the opportunity to watch some of these athletes, especially I was at the Eliza Simons primary sports day, and they had a 200 meters. And I said, I can see 3 of these athletes in this race to make up the team for Eliza Simons. So this should be really, 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 really interesting. Tanas Musgrove, Adonai Carter, they were a part of that 200-meter relay. So let's see if they have enough to be able to power their team into victory, but not to be outdone. You still have the rest of the field that, you know, they have done their thing all day. So like I said again, these athletes, I mean, are doing their thing, and I want to see them continue to grow and get into the mindset of competition. We ain't got no friends right now. We enemies right now.
We're friends. We'll talk about it later. But right now, I'm representing my school. I'm out to represent my school at the highest level. I've got to do my thing on the track, and I'm about to whoop your behind. That's what each and every one of these athletes out here
That's
today
basically what it should be.
is trying to do. Pretty much also put themselves on the map, catch the eye of the TC3As, like I'm coming, catch the eyes of the school, the high schools. Hey, come and recruit me. Here's why I should be attending your school.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Come and get me. And you know, Donovan, I look for the days when the high schools start to really go after this young talent and identify and, you know, hey, and approach them or their parents and say, you know, we'd like to have you at my institution. We love what you see, what we see in you as far as an athlete, in your school work. We have a solid foundation. You know, just make a pitch to these young athletes and try to get them to choose your school over the other school, whether you're from one of the outer islands or right here in Provo. Just, you know, start to compete for the talent that's being identified out here today.
All right, so they seem to be making a adjustment here. Provo Community Christian has been taken off the field, if you guys are wondering. Yes, box 1 is now empty and box 8 is empty. So we have box 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in this particular race. So again, that is Enid Capron, Osita Jolly, Una Clinton, Eliza Simons, Provo Christian, and Thelma Lightbourne. Community Christian has been taken out of the race.
I think they're seeing white flags around the track.
We have yellow at the start.
Oh, it's yellow at the start, but in a minute now we'll get into it with this event. The guys are at the starting line and they're ready to go.
I mean, speaking of earlier, we were talking about it. Last year, you guys had 18 schools. This year now, you have 21. And I guarantee you there's much more schools than that.
Yes. there's a lots more schools than the 21 schools. Sometimes we want all the schools to take part, give our kids an opportunity to participate. But well, I'll hold that. Right now, we're going to the start. Athletes are down, as you can see. The field is quiet. It's in the hands of the starters. And they're off. Powering around the first bin. Out in front, we have lane. That's lane.
Looks like lane 7. That's Thelma Lightburn making their first changeover, but
good view.
Ona Glinton seems to be breezing on the track. Here comes another changeover. Enid Capron is making up the stagger. Here comes Osita Jolly. But again, out in front, you have Thelma Lightburn making a third and changeover. This is a very, very important changeover. Ona Glinton is out. Again, Thelma Lightburn is still powering down the track.
Powering around.
Enid Capron is giving chase. There's Ona Glinton.
Out in front.
Yes, out in front.
It's going to be a tight, and this exchange right here.
This is the final exchange. This is going to say it. Enid Capron has now taken over this race, and I didn't even see this coming, Mr. Parker, but Enid Capron is running away. This young man, he's running.
Coming.
But here comes Thelma Lightburn. Here comes Una Glinton as well. So it's going to end Enid Capron first, Thelma Lightburn taking second, and Una Glinton taking third, Osita Jolly fourth, Eliza Simons fifth, and here we go.
Yes, that's the field right there.
Brother Kristen coming in. We still should have one more team. But Parker, Thelma Lightburn was ahead. That last changeover really cost them the race, because from the start, the starter gave him a beautiful, beautiful leg. And if you watch the last changeover, I don't know what it was, whether he wasn't paying attention or he wasn't ready for the baton, but that took them completely out of that race. Here now, watching the replay, guys, you can see them watching their teammates as they come around. But for Eliza Simons, the second changeover was a bit of a bad changeover, because these athletes, I don't know, like, they were just ready to go.
Yes.
So that changeover for them cost a lot of them the race. Thelma Lightburn was leading throughout the last changeover, and Enid Capron was ready. Look at them steer. Look at the steer down. Look at the steer down at the end.
I love that.
Oh my God.
Like, were you trying to catch me? You can't see me.
He was not holding back. He's like, yeah, this is me. I'm here.
At the camera crew, let's see that stare down again. Like, were you really trying to catch me? How dare you?
Hey, and listen, Parker, he looked like, what's wrong with this boy?
How dare you?
That is so crazy.
Look
he caught him and left him out on the field.
And ladies and gentlemen, watch the stare down as he turned around like,
that is the crazy part right there.
Who's that trying to catch me? Can't be you.
Guys, this is a heat. So I wonder what's going to happen in the final. This is the heat. What's going to happen in the final? He wasn't having none of it. He was not having none of it.
You know, watching that reminds me of Usain Bolt and the gentleman from Canada that was actually that pushed him and the 200 meters.
Degrassi.
Yes.
Degrassi, yeah.
Yes, that's got that's what I saw there. Like, is something wrong with you? Huh?
You don't know who I am?
Yeah. But that was a very, very, very
entertaining at best. Like I said again, watching the younger ones run, it's funny to me because, again, they're not thinking about no time. They're not thinking about no gun, no finish line. They just want to run. And it's crazy. Like I said, we have them out in front of us now doing the long jump while you still have a lot of other things going on. To the east is the ball throw. Right in front of us is the jumps. But now we're getting ready for the girls' 10 by 11, 4 by 100 meter relay. In lane 2, ASI Pratt. Again, yes, sir. Just to make sure we only have, apparently there's only, okay, so box 2 is there, box 3, box 4, and box 5. But we don't see 6 and 7.
Yes. So it seems from the looks of things.
In box 2 is INT Pratt, Shalonda Montelis, Lania Hamilton, Haley Gardner, Ivana Forbes. That is INT Pratt. Then we have Elite School, Nika Altador, Luke Mania Pierre, Sterling Tulicia, Jadina Pitt Homey, and that is for Elite School. Una Glinton, Alea Williams, Jamia Robinson, and Tanisha Clark, and Daisy Mira Israel. That is your team for Una Glinton. And then we have Thelma Librand, which is in lane 5. Lane 5 are Bailey Forbes, Ariana, and Kaylee Braxton. We ain't doing that today. We ain't doing that today, Paco. Not today, Paco. But again, I'm not too certain what might have happened with. I know Alpha Christian is supposed to be in this particular race, but I guess they pulled out.
Was it Alpha Christian?
They would have been in lane 6. They would have been in lane 6. So you have 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is INT Pred, Elite School, Una Glinton, and Thelma Librand. This is girls 10 to 11, 4x100 meter relay.
It has been making it and putting their school on the map. Though it's small, Pastor Hannah and Miss Hannah there doing their thing. Congratulations to them and I wish them all the best. But because these are their students and not them, it was Pastor Hannah, I would say, I'm about to tear into you. I want to say some other things on the court, but
oh God,
Pastor Hannah, respect to you and appreciate and love what you're. So, and love to see your school. You know,
way back. Okay, so we seem to have something here on the track.
Come to the top.
I can see Mr. Parker, the wind has picked up here greatly here in the afternoon. I mean, I just love the idea of the wind. I know yesterday was extremely hot yesterday. I don't know what that
felt
was.
like I was in Arizona.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It was hot and dry. So here today, at least earlier on this morning, it was a bit wet. The sun came out. Now the wind is picked up. So the sun shouldn't be as hot on anybody. And we...
But Donovan, that can't be good. God has a difficult job. I mean, he gave you sun yesterday. They say it's too hot. He gave you water this morning. It rained early this morning. Now they're giving you wind.
Complaining about it,
Complaining again. I can't be good.
All right, guys, they're down on the track.
And they're off. We have a clear start. The Donovan, it seems to who was placed in the race.
That is
started off with
out in front. Yes, the first changeover we do have. That seems to be. I think, but we see, and get this right, Asia Williams for Aliyah Williams. Sorry, for Una Glinton, clearly out in front of the field. She's been challenged by the athlete from Elite School, but she's making the first changeover, which is, and also her team is clearly out in front. But not to be outdone, Parker. Here comes the athlete from Elite and also from Thelma Librand giving chase to this event. But the final changeover, which is going to make a big difference, I think is it. I think Una Glinton has completely shut this race down, and they're clearly out in front, all by themselves, not having to worry. I think that's got a bit 30 meters on the rest of the field before anybody can come in. But Elite School, like I said, is making a push. Here comes Thelma Librand for third, followed by INT Prep. And we have Elite. So Una Glinton clearly ran away with that race, followed by Elite, then Thelma Librand. That was a break. The changeover for me for Una Glinton was the second leg. That second lane, Miss Williams blew that race completely open into the third leg, and I think that right there was done. I mean, you call that one over.
Yeah, it was over.
Yeah, after that second changeover, that was over. Nobody was really pressing or really coming up to make a push. I mean, Elite tried, but that completely out.
Yep, look here. There she comes. Long strides.
If you guys are paying attention, you could see on your monitor that Una Glinton was well ahead of the field. They could make lunch and come back.
Beautiful view right here out front.
Powering down.
Yeah, the gap is too big. It's about a 20-meter between first place and second place. So clearly she wins this one very easily and powers through the finish line there. Followed by Elite,
and then there was Thelma Librand.
Elite School is also making a name for themselves in track and field.
But Richmond Hills from last year, they're improved this year as well too. But I would say some of the athletes from Community Christian have really stood out to me in terms of their performance today.
Well, yes, you know, these athletes, this is it. This is all they have. This is the big dance for them.
Oh, definitely.
So everyone is coming out here trying to, really want to show what they their true potential with the talent that they have going up against athletes from other schools and want to say, hey, you come to the dance, come, be prepared to dance.
Trust me.
And we've been seeing that yesterday and throughout today's competition. You know, these athletes really want to show and prove their worth.
All right, guys, on the track right now, we have heat 2 of 2 for the girls 10 to 11 4x1 relay. We have Eliza Simons in lane 3, Susan Williams, Marlessa Caesar, Ruth Joseph, Veljanique Selver. Then we have in lane 4, we have Enid Capron, Diane Rigby, Nakisha Malcolm, Stacey Lalo, Angel Israel. In lane 5, Richmond Hill, Amir Green, Ariana Daniel, Domia Jarrett, and Natalie Watson. In lane 6, Osita Jolly, we have Annalisa Lamore, Dalia Hall, Monisha Joseph, Adelaide Redress, and out in lane 7, we have Adelaide Amla, Madison Libran, Darnique Henfield, Samantha Geese, and Tian Hanfield. There you have it, folks. In lane 3, Eliza Simons. Lane 4, Enid Capron. Lane 5, Richmond Hill. Lane 6, Osita Jolly. And lane 7, Adelaide Amla.
Well, Donovan, we have 2 white flags out, so signaling that
Hey, ready.
the first change, the second and third is ready.
Well, Parker, as you can see, always in the relay, the changeover makes a difference because I think just now you would think that you could be the fastest, but your change over time creates a bit of an issue.
And that's the most critical thing in a relay.
In a relay, of course.
You might have the fastest athlete in the event, but it's technique, time, and precision.
All right, Parker, and they're off.
Yes, they're off. They're off to
Based
a very
on the
good
stagger,
start.
here comes the athlete out in lane 7. That is from Alpha Christian, hoping to make their first changeover, but not to be outdone. Here comes Thelma Libran as well.
It's a very close changeover, and let's see who's going to push and separate themselves.
Eliza Simons is beginning to make a push, coming up on the field, making up the stagger, followed by Enid Capron Parker. But this changeover, Parker, is going to be very, very important.
You have to nail the exchange.
There we go. Eliza Simons with a perfect exchange, Parker, having the opportunity to get around the bend, but pressing on the outside, Parker, not to be outdone. You have Osita Jolly, who is making a push. Adelaide Amla is trying to press, and Enid Capron is coming. It's going to be very close.
Let's see. She's going into someone else's lane.
There we go. It seems to be Eliza Simons completely out in front. Here now comes Parker. That one call over. They ain't catching her, Parker.
Yeah, that's a 20
That one
meter.
call over. That's Miss Silver. They ain't catching her.
She's gone.
That's done.
But
call that one over. But second place. Here comes Eliza. Here comes Enid Capron.
She got her. She got her at the line.
Woo! Parker, that was one to watch, Parker.
At the line, she really crossed up. Let's see what the final
to me,
results.
that last leg, that was really impressive. We know
First and second
Eliza
was out.
Simons ran away with it. That was done. Yes. But that second, third, and fourth was really close. At first, I had the thinking that Enid Capron had it, but the athlete from Richmond Hill really powered down in the last 10 meters of that race.
Hats off to Richmond Hill, who's really making their impression felt last year and again this year.
Oh, trust me.
And
I told you not to be outdone. I said, unofficial, Eliza Simons completely out in front.
Yeah.
Then you would have, I would say, Parker's close. I would think Enid Capron. Then it's Richmond Hill outdoing Osita Jolly at the line.
Yes, and if the folks over there in
yes,
the camera.
give us a replay so we can see it. Like I say, there was a catch in that. That one over.
Clear
That's over.
20 meters.
That's completely over right there.
20 meters out in front.
Boom. Now we want to see our second and third position.
Let's watch the finish line and how close it was.
Okay, there we go. We see completely out in front, no pressure, Eliza Simons.
Yep.
At stands right now, it's Enid Capron right now. Look at the Osita Jolly. But watch the athlete from Richmond Hill.
In red.
Powering down the field. Taking over. Okay. Yeah. Took over the athlete from Osita Jolly, powering her way into third position. And like I say, setting up to what we can only think will be a beautiful, beautiful final for this 4x1.
That's it. I'm not going to give up. I'm out here representing my school. I'm wearing it proud on my chest. I want to let you know that we're here. We don't come to play.
Who's we? See, you read on your chest.
Well, I'm talking about Richmond Hill. I'm out here. We're not going to lay down and just let you do. There's a view again. I'm not just going to let you win. And the race ain't over until it's over. Richmond Hill showed you that. And we have a view of the finish line. with Richmond Hill powering through to capture third place.
Paco, let's not go with the representation.
Okay.
Because I just gonna say this. I'm saying nothing wrong, right? But I think the school that I come from, we defended two times. Two times. Two times.
Yeah, you guys are.
Two times.
I'm not even. Matter of fact, I won't even call their name.
What do you mean? No. Put some respect on it. Say uno. Don't be scared. Just say uno.
I can say uno. I ain't
Just
scared.
say uno. Two times.
Where we from? We ain't scared.
Oh,
We
okay.
say to everybody else, if you say it's scared, you're scared.
Two times.
We from. I'm from. Everybody know where I'm from. I represent that on my chest every day, all day. From the Big South, Irish Stubbs is in the place, in the house. The school you want to be is right there with we. That's how we talk over there in the Big South. Where we at? Irish Stubbs, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you over there in radio and the wish and TV land, we're somewhere out here in the gray and green, doing our thing. And for those of you who on your lunch break, make sure you come out here and show your face, represent your family member, cousin, aunt, whatever it is. Come out, represent the young. Let the youngsters see you and
definitely cheer them on. Cheer them right on,
because they're out here representing their school well, making their school and their school communities proud.
Paco, let me ask you this question now. We've had interprimary. This is now what, the fourth year or third year, if I'm mistaken?
About the fourth.
Fourth year. Great. So the first has been the first. We will not take away from anybody that won the first.
Right.
But it gotta say something to you.
Really, interprimary has been going for a while.
Great.
All right.
But on this level now, we talking about
with all the numbers.
So
yes.
I'm just saying. So this is going to be the first time in history, if this happens, a three-peat. Just saying. They will be. Hey. They're on the precipice. Let me let you know that. They're knocking on the door.
Well,
and the Bible said knocking and it shall be open.
Well, I love nothing more than to see a three-peat in any sport.
Oh, okay then.
By any team other than Marjorie Basin, because we the three-peat we triple and quadruple those type of things, right?
Okay.
So it's nothing new to us, but so it's real interesting and it'll be exciting to see someone else do it in any of the major sports that we do.
You guys have done it in basketball. You could do that.
Yeah,
we've seen basketball. We've seen it happen in basketball numerous times. Yeah, but in track and field, there's too many moving parts to kind of pull that together.
My brother, we've seen it numerous times in basketball, but only by Marjorie Basin. So being a knight and being Nightside gentleman and being the kind of guy that I am and how I was raised over there at Marjorie Basin High, because we train the whole man, you know that, right?
Okay.
Not just hard pod, right?
Okay.
So, I'd love to see it done in any sport.
Well, like I said again, you guys out there in Radio Land is wondering on TV. As far as I'm concerned, Una Clinton is the two-time champions, and they're vying for the third championship this year. But Paco, I want to stick a pin for a quick second.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to schools such as Iris Stubbs, Adelaide Amla, Doris Robinson, especially Una Clinton and Eliza Simons, for the fact that they don't have this, but to come out here and put on the performance they have, I must give a shout out. I'll be remiss if I don't give a shout out to the coaches, to the parents, the schools on the whole. You guys are doing a great job coming out here and performing. I mean, all the schools are doing so, but you gotta excuse me, I'm just looking at it to the fact that, when it comes to this kind of situation.
Well, I tell you what, Donovan, and not to cut you off, but I tell you what, I can agree to an extent what you're saying, and I also, there's another side of that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I want to join you in commending those schools, not for continuing to participate, continuing to go out and practice, continuing to push through, despite the fact that you don't have a certified 400-meter track like exists in Provost. But I'll say this at the same time. Back in the day when we were powerhouse in track and field and with the Cox brothers, this wasn't even conception.
Never even thought of.
And we made it to the heights and levels that we did. Back then when Walter Lacard went to the Special Olympics and medaled in the Special Olympics.
And I want to make this perfectly clear.
Right.
That's hardly ever talked about, that medal that Walter Lockhart won at the Special Olympics. That is an Olympic medal for what? He's from where? Turks and Caicos.
Yes, that's an Olympic medal for Turks
and Caicos. A medal.
Yes. Yeah. So the point I'm making is that I don't want, while I would love to see one day for us to have facilities all around the islands. And I do understand it comes with a serious cost, all right, but don't use that. I wouldn't like to see athletes or even the communities start to use that as a reason for their athletes not performing at their optimum best.
You shouldn't, because this right here tells you
an opportunity.
This tells you that it doesn't matter what you have. It's a matter of how you use what you got.
It.
You know what I'm saying? So for them being able to take what they have and use it to the best of their ability, that speaks volumes. Because at the end of the day, I may not have what you have.
Exactly.
But I got what I got, and what I got can make me do much better than what it is.
You have to use what you have at your disposal. You know, and a lot goes at the want, the drive, and all of that. You can't teach that.
No, you don't.
You know, and luckily for those individuals back then, you had people around to nurture them and help them to harness their skill or push them to go as far as they could possibly make it with their God-given talents back then. You know? And so here now today, the principals, the schools, the coaches, they've done a wonderful job and continuing to build upon that. We have a number of schools, like we alluded to earlier out here, a number of athletes. You know, back then we, like you said, we started off with 4 schools.
Yeah, definitely.
And today we had
21?
21.
But right here today, but I guarantee you there's way more than that.
Yes, and you know, the numbers go up and down for whatever reason. Sometimes we have the full complement of schools participating, and then there are some years when, for whatever reason, schools don't participate, and that's great, but we just encourage everybody to continue to allow our athletes to come out here, participate, to pretty much mix and mingle with their their school-age friends from around the islands, and an opportunity to make new friends, an opportunity to see if this is your niche. You know, you come out here and you compete on the big stage. If your talent is there, that you man up, or you say, hey, right now I'm not there. I need to go back in the shop, work on my craft. You know, get a little more serious at what I'm doing or what talents I have, and you come back out here. It could be some of these athletes you probably won't see them again until into high.
Probably.
You know, they're a little more polished, a little more serious and focused, and you know, now their names are going to be called repeatedly.
Oh, trust me. I mean, at the end of the day,
sport, you know?
This is where, you know, greatness is found. This is our, in my mind, this is our showcase to where our younger talent, the grassroots talent, I call them, to, you know, show what they're capable of.
Right.
And once they're put in the position to be able to better understand themselves and the sport, it becomes greater for them in terms of what they can do, and the ceiling becomes completely high. I mean, in terms of where they can go. So this here, I love it. I mean, you know, we will look at it and say these kids are just enjoying themselves, but for some of them, there's raw talent untapped. Yes. And once we can tap into that talent, I guarantee you, they can go a long way. I mean, we spoke about it earlier on and not beating a dead horse, but Rayvon Black won the semifinals last night. He has the second fastest time going into the finals at Boys Champs.
Right.
And he was discovered at this event right here.
Yes.
And to see where he is right now at Boys Champs, you are up against one of the best that Jamaica has to offer.
Yes.
And you ran the second fastest in your heat going into the final. I think that, and I'm looking forward to see what he does tomorrow night.
Hey, and it's going to be awesome because about 30 minutes before coming onto the stand here, I spoke with one of the coaches at his school, and they have this big celebration going on in the community there that the school is located in, because this now will be the first time, according to what I was told, will be the first ever track medal won by an athlete from that school during Boys Champs.
Oh, wow.
They say they've won medals in the field events, but they have never
tracked
in the history of the school won a track medal. So
Rayvon
Black right now has an opportunity to make history and cement his legacy at that school. And you know, we wish him the best of luck. I learned that his mom is over there to witness it.
You want to witness that.
Back in that parish, it's a big thing. You know, that this school now is going to have a medal, and their name will be recorded in the history books
forever.
You know, at Boys and Girls Champ over there in Jamaica, and we have a Turks Island there, you know, leading the way. And I think besides, we all know of Delano. I think Gardner. Rupert Gardner also has Gardner. Oban Gardner has a record there at one of the schools in Jamaica that's been long standing.
That's been a while for a longest time.
Very long standing. So we have Turks Islanders abroad doing some wonderful thing and some breaking records and really, making a name, helping some institutions to advance to the next level, or just setting a trend at their respective institutions. And we appreciate them for that. And if you know of anyone out there doing the same, let us know so we can, bring some light to it and get the country to rally around them and appreciate their contribution to spreading, the name Turks and Caicos, not just from a tourism standpoint, but in this arena, in the sports arena, that, hey, we have athletes here. Come and see our athletes, recruit our athletes. We have some beautiful, beautiful talent, as well as student athletes, not just raw athletes, because we're different levels. But if you're looking for student athletes, hey, this is a feeder system here in the Turks and Caicos waiting for you to come and enjoy. All the schools out there in America, anywhere that you are, we have athletes here for you that can fit your program and also service your program well. So, Donovan, yes. Rayvon, hats off again to Rayvon Black, and then we have the Cox, not the Cox, but really Antoine, the walk-in twins.
Yes, no, definitely. Yes. They are over there as well doing their thing.
Yes. And I was hoping, I heard that we had Mr. Harris, who plays basketball, was home this weekend. I don't know if we'll have an opportunity to meet with him and talk with him before he leaves, but he's another Turks Islander in the U.S. and Florida who's doing well. I think he was up for Player of the Year down there in Florida. So we have athletes abroad doing their thing,
That's crazy. Yeah. Like I said again, that just shows you that we here in Turks and Caicos, whether you guys accept it or not, raw talent. And once that talent is tapped into and given the opportunity, the sky is the limit.
Well, you're so right, and we're going to continue to give all the athletes here in the Turks and Caicos the best opportunity that we could possibly give them. And I speak on behalf of the Sports Commission. We're going to continue to give them the best possible opportunity that we can give them to grow and advance in their respective sports. Once they're taking care of what they need to take care of in the classroom and on the field of play, the sky is a limit for you.
I mean, that's my thing is this. Like I said again, us having the opportunities, Parker, and just to piggyback off of something you were talking about earlier on. I mean, back in the day, we used to have the inter-island. That was something that showed that Turks and Caicos on a whole was, a very unique bunch in terms of the talent we had in multiple sports, because the inter-island was always looked at. That was past and present athletes, coming back and showing that, hey, I still can do this at a high level. But, just imagine giving the opportunities that the kids have today, having it back then, we would have been far beyond we are now in terms of on the map for Turks and Caicos and making our name everywhere that we go.
Well, what I say, Donovan, all things in time, and the opportunity is right now. We believe we may have lost or even gained one or two athletes during that time, but again, I say all things in time. I believe right now we should make the most of what we have at our disposal, and with the knowledge that we have, and try to give the youngsters, those coming up, the best opportunity they have to advance as far as they can in their respective sports. So, the past is the past, but we're going to build on
the present, and we got to be right here today. We got a bright future. These kids are going to lead the way.
We're going to build on it with the lessons learned.
Oh, definitely. All right, guys, we now have on the track event number 26, boys 10 to 11, 4x100 meter relay. In box 2, we have Elite School, the Hanson Pierre, Bradley Mondesir, Stanley Leguera, Chris Laura-Still. That is Elite School in lane 2. In lane 3, we have Thelma Lightburn, Arnold Henry, Kishane Smith, Giovanni Joseph, Elkanor Lagarou. That is the team for Thelma Lightburn. And we have here now in lane 4, now Parker, don't get confused when I go here, right? Yeah, for Una Glinton, we have Lovinson, Colin, lane 1, lane 2, Lovins, Colin, he's going to be in
brothers?
box 2. They're brothers, yes. They're twins for that matter.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then we have Mishak Massimon, Evelageno Darius. For Eliza Simons, we have Ashandre Willinston, Deshaun Clark, Siobhan Simmons, Tyler Williams. In lane 6 for Richmond Hill, Jay Smullings, Amir Sin, and we have Jaden Estamon in lane 6 for Richmond Hill. There you go. Elite in 2, Thelma Lightburn in 3, Una Clinton in 4, Eliza in 5, Richmond Hill in 6.
Oh, they're standing up again. I'm seeing the yellow flag at the start. There's probably a yellow flag elsewhere on the track. But they were seconds away from getting this race here on the way. In this race, if this is anything close to, I'm putting that the showmanship from Elijah Simons.
Yeah, okay.
But Richmond Hill at the end of that last one showed heart, focus. You know, I'm kind of in the middle of those two. They kind of remind me.
You in the middle in lane 4. That's what I got to say.
Okay, might be lane 6.
Could be any lane 4. That matters. These kids are performing at a high standard. So, and they're off.
And they're off.
Running best. Richmond Hill is at the top.
Yeah.
Eliza trying to make up. We see the first changeover going into Una Clinton. He is now powering down the track, giving chase. There is Elijah Simons, but Richmond Hill is completely out in front at this moment, but the gap is shortening. There goes now the third changeover. This is going to be very, very, very important, this changeover right here.
Exchange.
Yes, sir, and they're all changed at the same time, Parker. Yep. But there you go. Richmond Hill is still on the curve, but based on the stagger, Una Clinton is on the inside, and it's coming up strong, Parker.
Close.
There we go.
It's a close one. I called it.
The final changeover is going to be very, very important, Parker. And you have Lovingston out. No. I think this one call over. This one call over, Parker.
No,
say uno. Say uno. Say uno. Parker, say uno.
To get him right now.
Okay, then.
Come. This is about a 10 meter.
All right.
In between. Come on, Eli. Don't give up. Now watch your
back. Richmond Hill.
There it is. Watch your back.
Ooh.
Watch it.
Elijah Simons got clipped at the line. That was a very close one. Elijah Simons not paying attention, gave Thelma Lightburn the opportunity to ease in, to take away third place from them. But Parker, I said to you, I was rocking with lane 4. That one called Uno. Okay, not over. They call Uno.
I think they kind of lost their position at the third exchange.
Parker, that one called Uno.
But
I ain't say over. I say Uno.
It really was a very close one. The exchange. At that last exchange zone is where they start to separate themselves.
Listen, but from the time I saw the lineup and they had Lovingston on the end, I said, okay.
Watch it. Lovingston is out front, you know.
He ain't worrying about nobody.
But if we could have go back to the third exchange, we would see where the fumble came in.
Yes, there was the fumble. But what I was looking at was Elijah Simons had the opportunity to clinch third place, but I guess not really paying attention. Yes. And the athlete from Thelma Lightburn really drove.
He really felt that he had that, but Thelma Lightburn was powering and continuing to run, staying focused.
Running away like a runaway train down the track.
Beautiful view that we have right here now. Staying focused, Thelma Lightburn just coming through and clinching third place. You know, in any sport, it's the race ain't over
until it's over.
Until it's over.
Okay.
Don't stop playing until you hear a whistle. You know it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
And that's the thing. We got teacher. You're watching it right here. He clearly has it, but here comes Thelma Lightburn. Boom,
right there,
at
right
the line. At the line, like you couldn't call it any better than that. But
don't give up.
I said to you before the race started, lane 4.
Lane 4 was well, you called it. You know, all throughout three exchange, I called the three schools.
I let you have your say, but that one called Uno, not over. Uno. Okay.
Uno. You know, Jamaicans have this thing that Uno no.
It's all right. You can know Uno today. You can know Uno today. Don't worry about it.
That's so, Uno Clinton.
You see it. You see it. All right, guys. Up on your screen, we have a trivia question for you guys. What is the current 4x1 senior man's national record?
4x1 senior man.
4x1 national record, guys. What is the national record?
Wow. You think people really know this?
Man, these fans are ready, man.
Yeah, they've been getting any right today?
Oh, trust me. They've been getting them all right.
Oh, okay. I don't think I don't know that. I probably could give you the names of the individuals, but the time, that's a little...
Again, guys, you out there on Facebook, what is the current 4x100 meter senior men's national record? Is it 40.58, 39.8, 42.37, or 41.21?
Are we able to get? Are we allowed to guess or just?
No, we're not allowed to guess.
Okay,
The
okay,
audience
okay.
are allowed to guess, not us.
I think I'm gonna try. I'm trying to call my daughter so she can call in and.
Yeah, really? All right, guys. Whatever you guys are ready there in Facebook, please chime in and let us know what do you think the answer to that question on your screen happens to be.
But those are good times, man. You see those
Yeah,
times?
those are great times, man.
Wow. We did that?
Yeah, we did that. We did that. We did all of that.
Man.
Again, guys, we still have in front of us our young guys out here doing their jumps. Then we have the girls to the top doing the throw. But on the track right now is heat 2 of 2, boys, 10 to 11, 4x1 relay. In lane 2, we have Osita Jolly, Samuel Lewis, Dante Outen, Vandely Paul, Kendricks Jean Lewis. That is the team for Osita Jolly. In lane 3, we had Alpha Christian, we had Lauren Pierre, Timmy Wilkes, Cladaro Parker, Justin Baisden. Lane 4, we have Ianti Pratt, Nakio Capron, Shonado Harvey, Addison Santana, Rose Cox. In lane 5, we have Enid Capron, Dorvance Hamilton, Stuart Elsius, Jace Jacob, Phil Bean. In lane 6, we have from Adelaide Amla, Rashano Cox Jr., that boy bad. And Andrew Higgs, Jakeem Mizik, and Shervin Henfield for that matter. There you guys have it. Osita Jolly, lane 2, Alpha Christian, lane 3, INT Pratt, lane 4, Enid Capron, lane 5, Adelaide Amla, lane 6.
And Donovan, when you said who was the athlete again out there at start for lane 6 for Adelaide Amla?
Oh, that boy bad.
That boy.
Rashano Cox Jr.
Is he bad?
Yeah, he bad.
When you say a Cox and I see a Cox in the race, I say, oh.
Nah, don't do that, because don't do that. Don't do that. You don't do that. I see a Parker there too. Why you talking about the Parker? He though.
No, we're basketball players. we stay in our lane. I don't care what everybody else they jump on. We stay in our lane. We win what we're supposed to win, and we don't compete in those things we can't win.
Okay. I got you. Now I got you. I totally understand what you're saying now.
Yes. So but it's hard being a Cox and participating in track because you'll always hear the Cox brothers.
This has been set high.
Set it high, the bar is so high. Like, if I was a Cox, I'd go in a different sport.
So you go in a different sport?
Yeah, I wouldn't do track. I wouldn't do track. Yeah, I don't know, probably rugby or something, but it wouldn't be track. So we have some white flags around the field. We have a white flag at the starting line. So any minute now, the starter would, okay.
Right, pocket it down.
Yep, back up. I think he's box 8. We have some challenges there, and the athlete getting down or.
All right, Parker. Just for clarification, Malnado Wilson, you have answered that question correctly. The answer is 41-21. Yes, that is the current record for 4x1 for Turks and Caicos. It's 41-21.
41-21.
Yes, sir. Malnado Wilson, you are correct.
That's fast. It's almost like 10, running a 10.
And remember, this is the new record. This record has been lowered 2 times already.
Oh, that's a new record.
Yeah, that is the new record as it stands now.
So you're running like 10-2?
And each leg there is moving. Yeah. Each leg is moving.
Wow. Got some talent. So we're looking on the field. I think we have all white flags now outside the finish line. Starting line.
Still waiting on the start. We have yellow at box 3.
Donovan,
now we have a white.
Is it me or is it like some dark clouds are starting to?
Yeah, it's blowing. Hopefully, it just blow completely over. We're just about through to our afternoon session, so let's go. They're down, Parker.
Okay.
All right, guys. Again, Osita Jolly lane 2, Alpha Christian lane 3, and they're off.
They're off.
Parker out in front. I see Enid Capron is making up the stagger there on INT Pratt, but not to be outdone. Anid Amlo.
He's holding his own.
Yes, sir, he
is
is.
holding
Here comes the
his
first
own.
changeover, and we can see Enid Capron is gone. Parker,
that's
Enid
it.
Capron has gone, but Osita Jolly is coming up, blastering on this inside leg. This is going to be important, this changeover here.
Yes.
And the changeover, was bobbled. But he still holds form, Parker. So out in front right now, based on the stagger, we have Enid Capron, but Osita Jolly is barreling down, looking to press.
Second exchange will be a fight.
Looking for Alpha Christian too as well. The last and final exchange, Parker. Enid Capron out in front, but here comes Osita Jolly. Not to be outdone, Parker. Osita Jolly is giving chase.
We need to see
Pratt
the
as
second
well
place.
is coming.
He's
Parker,
definitely.
look at INT Pratt.
Second.
Parker,
Oh, there it
Parker,
is.
look at INT Pratt is
There
coming.
it goes.
But I think he's out of real estate. So it's going to be, it's going to be Enid Capron,
Yes.
INT Pratt, Osita Jolly, Parker.
Well, I just want to give a heads up to the camera folks. It seems like first place in all of these events, and as far as the relays, is clear. The second and third place is where the real race seems to be.
Yes, of course, the
so
changeovers.
far. At the last changeover between second and third, but out front for the last 5 has been clearly the school that's out in front remains out front.
Yeah, he's going all the way. Enid Capron. I mean, in the start of the race, it was the first handover. It was neck and neck the first handover, but that second changeover catapulted Enid Capron completely. When I say completely, out in front of everybody, and I don't know they had any means of catching him because he was going. But I would say Osita Jolly was challenging on that third handover.
This was very
then came INT Pratt powering into there. Not to be outdone. There goes Pablo Christian and Adelaide Amlo.
Second place was the race.
Yeah.
If we look here, okay, it's if you
INT
take it,
Pratt,
if you would have taken
Osita Jolly is coming in, but Parker,
would've
that
taken it a
second
little further
changeover,
back,
Parker,
you
that
would see
second
the fight.
changeover was what it was for us. But at the same time, like I said again, man, these kids are doing a tremendous job. They, are giving their coaches something to really go back and work with them on, because they are doing a heck of a job in terms of getting these things together.
Yeah, well, the coaches are doing a wonderful job, and I think, one would say, can we move the timing of the event? But we can. Allowing the schools an opportunity to have their sports day is key to the selection of their teams, and we've seen the results of that by allowing them to have their sports day and properly identify their athletes per event is paying dividend here today, because the schools have done a wonderful job in the placement of their athletes, and it's showing here today. The ones that they have starting and anchoring these events understand that I have to push through, and no matter which position I'm in, I have to push through, because anything can happen in a relay. And we see where during the third exchange, it really decides who's going to win these relays out here today. So we have another group up on the track.
Okay, on the track right now is event 27, girls 12 to 13, 400-meter relay. This is heat 1 of 2. In lane 2, Osita Jolly. We have Dana Cadet. We have Lydia Meritus, Deniska Delcius, Doscat Charles. For Adelaide Amlo, we have Yukal Jean Baptiste, Zakia Sanders, Taisha Capron, and Nika Lagat. For INT Pratt, we have Lorja Lee, Doremus, Shakaya Stubbs, Nisha Petit, Dora Michelle. That is INT Pratt. In lane 5, we have Richmond Hill, the school you've been coming up with all day. Melanie Mitchell, Janisha Dolores, Norris Nunes, and Penelope Lewis. That is Richmond Hill in lane 5. In lane 6, for Irish Starve, we have Lucky Ewing, Anicia Moline, Irene Hall, and Carrie Ann Seymour. That is for Irish Stubbs. Again, lane 2, Osita Jolly. Lane 3, Adelaide Amlo. Lane 4, INT Pratt. Lane 6, Richmond Hill. Lane 7, Irish Stubbs. So who you going to represent here, Paco?
Did you say Stubbs anywhere in which you?
Hey, man, go right ahead.
Did you or did you not mention?
I did. Irish Stubbs.
What kind of question is that?
I got to ask. I got to make sure I see where your head is at.
I keep my eyes on the prize, buddy. All things South Cakers. I love the good, the bad, and the ugly of my rock. South Cakers, the fishing capital of the Turks and Caicos. We're back here to this here's track meet, Inter-Primary 2020s. We'll continue to bring you live coverage. And as they get ready on the track, I'm going to take this opportunity to just once again mention the sponsors that we have here for these events. Got to give a big shout out to Inter-Caribbean for sponsoring high school sports year in, year out. They're the ones who made it possible for us to travel around the islands.
Definitely.
And bring sports to you in Grand Turks, South Caicos, and North Caicos. So shout out to Inter-Caribbean, to Flo, who's always here for us during inter-primary and inter-high school track meet, making it possible that we can bring it to you live. And those of you home and around the islands, you're making it possible that you also can enjoy in the atmosphere, the excitement that goes on here at these track meets. Provo Water, where their slogan is Water for Life.
Definitely, definitely.
Has been a very big sponsor for high school sports throughout the years as well, and we want to say thank you to them for continuing to support sports throughout the Turks and Caicos Islands. We also have Grace Bay Pharmacy, who's always a sponsor here for these games, and IGA.
Yep.
Grace Bay IGA.
Don't forget Waterloo Limited Holdings.
Yes.
You also don't want to get Tuscany, Provo Beverages, Royal West Indies. You guys have made this event truly possible, and you've been doing it for years, and we tip our hats to you for always being a part of this event.
Yes, so there are companies looking for somewhere some engine to plug into to promote your business. We have a number of sporting federations here in the Turks and Caicos Islands. I wouldn't say to give everything to the Sports Commission, but I welcome if you decide to. But we have a number of federations here in the country who would need your support to help them to achieve their objectives and to develop their sport in the country, and also to represent the country in their sport, to be able to represent as well. So if you're looking for an engine to plug into to help promote your business, a good brand to plug into and to show off your company's name, and also if you just as a company want to show goodwill, choose sports and any one of our local federations.
Hey, Paco, you were asking early on the question, guys. It was question 3 that was asked. What was the current 4x1 senior men's national record? And the answer, yes, it was 41-21. I had spoke about that prior to our race.
41-21.
Yep.
That's a fast time.
Leo Williams?
Yes, our federations, Turks and Caicos federations, whether it's basketball, softball, football,
they all there.
Track and field, rugby, swimming. If you're looking for, or you want to help, want to be, or just being a good corporate citizen, I encourage you to, meet or show your support, lend your support to any one of them.
All right, guys, and the race is off. Out in front, looks like Iris Stubbs all the way out in front. Let's see if anybody's going to come up to contest.
It ain't happening.
There goes the first changeover. Iris Stubbs, but here comes Parker, whether you say it or not. Ahmed Amla. I ain't Pratt. Here comes Richmond Hill Parker, making it a challenging race. But Iris Stubbs still seems to be holding on. But the changeover is going to be very important. Iris Stubbs is out. Okay, there's a miss by INT Pratt.
Oh, yeah. So why can't you talk about Iris Stubbs? It's just out in front of
Iris Stubbs
away.
is completely gone.
That's out of the exchange zone, so we're going to see how making the exchange. It's going to be a tight one here. It's going to be close.
Paco, Osita Jolly is out. INT
Osita
Pratt.
Jolly
But
is
here
no,
comes
Iris Stubbs.
Iris Stubbs powering down. But there was a flag on box 3.
So
Let's
we
see
have
what
to go to
happens.
third
But
place, second and third
we
place.
have Iris Stubbs taking it. Here comes Richmond Hill, followed by Adelaide Amlo.
And she's just cheering in right here. It was Osita.
Yeah, so we're going to see what happens there. There was
Jolly.
a flag on, there was a yellow flag at box 3. Not too sure what the infraction might be. But nonetheless, as it stands right now, you would see the Jolly, Iris Stubbs, followed by Adelaide Amlo Parker, unofficial.
Wait a minute, say that with energy when you call Iris Stubbs.
Okay, sorry, Iris
tell you
Stubbs. Go ahead, buddy. There you go.
While I'm on here, when you mention Iris Stubbs, you say it with authority.
Yes, sir. Got you.
Okay.
So, and while I hear, when it comes to this next race, I can let you introduce this next team. How about that? How about that?
Was it Ina?
Uno. No, it was Ina.
Uno.
Okay.
Una
Okay.
Ina.
Okay. All right, guys. Getting ready now. We're just now seeing heat 1 of 2 for the girls. 12 to 13, 4x1 relay. And Parker, honestly, that race for me, I'm waiting to see what the call might be. There was a flag. Well, we saw it, unofficial.
Right.
There was a run out of the exchange zone by INT Pratt. So we don't. There you go. You can clearly see the replay. They are completely out of the exchange zone. She's halfway into the bend. So yeah, but there was an infraction.
And I love this. Here it is. We talked about not stopping until the whistle blow.
Of course.
Putting the responsibility
on the refs to call the game.
On the officials to say what it is. So I love the fact that they never stop running.
No, for what reason?
Continue on as if you did nothing.
Reason ever.
And walk through the finish line as if you did nothing and go to the official.
To make the call, of course.
Exactly.
I put the onus on you. I'm not going to give myself away.
I mean, we could say, oh, that's not right or what. There is a responsibility on the officials, to get it right or to catch those type of infractions. And if they miss it, you benefit. Hey, that's the way it is sometimes. Referees, officials, they're all human. They make a little mistake here and there. We would like for them to get it to be perfect, but they're not. But
yeah, nobody's perfect. We all know that already. I mean, sometimes we do miss it, but at the end of the day, we are all here. We are all here to take in what we're seeing, and the kids are doing great. I mean, my thing is, yes, we have to impose the rules, yes, because we don't want anybody just to do everything, because again, you want to be able to have them to understand when they go to an international meet. This is required of you. These are the rules, and this is what we have to actually go by.
And don't stop. You didn't hear a whistle. You stop because I step out of bounds. But did you hear the whistle? No, continue playing. Oh, I ran out of the exchange zone. Don't stop. Keep running. Put that on the officials or the referees to make that call. And sometimes they miss it. And you advance. And that's just the way the sport goes. But hats off to those athletes. Your coaches have taught you well and you've executed well. Now the official have to come and make a call on whether or not you're disqualified because you ran out of the exchange zone, or did they just miss it altogether? Who knows? We'll wait to find out. But athletes coming up, you play until you hear the whistle. You don't stop unless you hear the whistle. That's playing basketball and playing at different levels. You start to learn that. If you don't hear a whistle, continue to play. Running track, put the pressure on the officials. They have a responsibility as well. They're not just out there telling you stop, go, stand here, sit there. They have a responsibility as well as officials out on the field. Let's test their skill. Let's see how well they know the position that they are assigned to. So it's going to be interesting. But we've seen the flag going up, and we will wait to hear the final verdict from the table as what was the result of that last race. So right now, if we take you to the track, we see that we have 4 lanes filled here. This is going to be a short one.
All right, guys, in this race, just to give you a heads up what's going on, in lane 3, we have Enid Capron, Emily Guzman, Sophia Forbes, Brianna Manuma, Deanna Green, In lane 4, we have Elite School, Mabel Laris, Federline Miracles, G.A.L. Paul, Jovi Genoris. In lane 5, we have Una Glinton, Asia Williams. Yes, guys, I was saying that wrong all day. Asia Williams. Nadine Registry. We have Malene Rosario and Tiana Williams. Out in lane 6, Community Christian. We have Gis Milora, Joseph, Juliana Marvel, Desaya Ewing, and Kayla Carter. That's the down, Parker. And they're off.
Okay.
Okay, Community Christian seems to be out in front, but based on the stagger, here comes Una Glinton. They're going into their first changeover. As it is right now, Una Glinton with the changeover, kind of a fumble. There goes Provo Christian, but here, Parker, in this race, here comes Elite School. But Una Glinton is now closing the gap, Parker, going into the third and most important changeover here. Let's see what happens here for this changeover.
Glinton seems to be making the first.
Una Glinton seems to have the first changeover. Oh, and there goes.
We're going to see how that affected.
Community Christian is powering down the track, Parker. This changeover is going to be very, very close. Una Glinton now into the changeover, and the race is it. This is it, Parker, right here. We have Una Glinton.
See a challenge for first place.
We have Miss Williams on the final end, but she's been challenged by the athlete from Community Christian. But I don't think, Parker, she has enough real estate to catch Miss Williams. I think that's going to be it. That one called Una. There comes Community Christian and Elite.
Una.
Yeah, that one called Una, Parker.
Una no say.
Well, Parker, there's a flag up at box 2.
At box 2. Was that where we had the crossing?
I think that's probably what it might have been.
Wow.
Also, the athlete crossing over into the lane might have impeded the other athlete. So we're going to wait to see what's the call there. And that one was close. But the flag is still there. Or I guess that box is signaling what they're not ready. But fairly, again, there's a flag up at box 2.
Okay.
But you can see Ms. Williams clearly out in front. The athlete from Community Christian was giving it her best. But again, she didn't have enough to pull that, to reel her in.
Don't be surprised as Ona won't be disqualified.
Well, it remains to be seen. We're going to see what happens, Parker.
I'm not making the call, but you know, for that infringement.
I mean, you can call it an impediment, but let's see what happens after. The flag is still raised. I think Mr. Cox is now going to figure out what is the infraction and why that flag is still being raised, and then we can be able to give you what happens in that particular race. But as you can see here, there was no way Community Christian was going to catch Una Glinton at that point. Elite is giving it all his best. Look at Enid Capron trying to reel her in, but unfortunately, not enough room for her to be able to put.
Ran out of real estate.
Ran out of real estate.
Yeah, she just ran out of real estate. And today is really shaping up well, Donovan. The clouds, the dark clouds are mostly on the west, the south of us. And we hope that it continues that way. The good Lord has blessed us with some showers early this morning.
Oh, yes. I mean, like you said, we're watching these clouds now blow to the west, and let's hope they continue to do just that, blow to the west. But nothing else happening.
The west?
Huh?
That's not the west.
Man, listen, where are you from? That's east, that's west, that's north, that's south. We ain't doing that no more.
No, that's north.
Yeah.
That's south.
What the heck?
That's east. You're in Provo, you're not in Grand Talk, buddy.
Here we go. All right, buddy. All right, so I will leave it as it is. I got nothing to say.
Provo.
All right, guys. On the track right now, we have event 28. This is the boys, 12 to 13, 4x100 meters. And in lane 3, we have Asita Jolly, Hendrik Santana, Lawrence June, Caden Davis, Ezekiel Sinflor. That is Asita Jolly. Lane 4, we have Richmond Hill, Kevon, Nathaniel Mizik. We have Jamari Heath. In lane 5, Adeline Amla, Justin Coville, Rogino St. Louis, Lumari Mazil, Rayvon Colbrook. In lane 6, Provo Christian, Joshua Jerome, Diego Coutu, Vashon Francois, Tyrese Pinder. That is Provo Christian in lane 6. Out in lane 7, we have Una Glinton, we have Taekwon Williams, Snyder Registry, Xavier Gardner, and Makai Wilson. Once again, out in lane 3, we have Osita Jolly. Lane 4, Richmond Hill. Lane 5, Adelaide Amler. Lane 6, Provo Christian. And lane 7, Una Clinton.
Is Ona Glinton uniform
Orange.
orange?
You ain't got to worry about that.
No,
You've been seeing it all day. You should know it now.
No, I don't know if it might be the lens that I'm wearing that it's kind of look kind of
No, it's orange.
red, but
no.
I know it's orange.
Don't mix it up. Your school, you're talking about Richmond Hills, right there with the Christmas tree on, the red and green.
All right. Richmond Hills, make some noise.
You've been seeing Una all day. That color should be in your eyes, it should be in your head right now. You see them when you go to sleep now.
Yeah, listen, Una Clinton have been doing their thing, and they've done it, like you say, for over a number of years now. And I want to say hats off to them. But that orange, man, whew,
What about it?
kind of only other sport has seen
That's
orange
our,
like that.
That's
like
our
Syracuse.
island color. What's up?
Yeah, yes, that's our island color. But to see them out here in that orange is like only Syracuse orange, man.
Oh yeah. You can't miss them. You can't miss them.
That orange is.
That to me are like Oregon duck with that highlighter they always
the
wear.
highlighter.
That's crazy.
Lime looking color, you know?
Remember, same thing you would say with A. Louise Thomas. They have that lime green
That
too
lime
as well.
green as well. Oh, yes.
So when you see that, you know who you see.
Yeah,
you ain't got to ask.
Clearly, you know.
You don't have to ask the question who that is.
You know who it is. Looks like Marjorie Benson when you see that red.
That wasn't far behind, huh?
Yeah. You see that dirty red, you know, okay.
You're that red and black, you're good to go, huh?
They're good to go, you know who
Oh,
that is,
boy.
you know. And same thing Clement Howell shouts.
Well, yeah, I mean, Clement Howell. Yeah, but see, remember now, Clement Howell over the years, you've seen too many colors, and you have to pick one. Because you have the yellow and white, the yellow and black, the all black with the yellow stripe, or the black and yellow. So we've seen many colors from the school. But, you know, we understand it. But like you say, that red has always been synonymous with Marjorie Basin as the blue with HJ. So those colors, like I said, our primary colors should always stick and not to be duplicated by any other school, because again, it all started with those 4 schools, government schools, and those colors have to be original.
And that green and North Cape is with that green.
Oh, you ain't changing that at all.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny that we don't even touch North Caicos green like no one else.
I can show you how crazy this is, right?
Yes.
They feel a little dark, but that orange shading bright. You want to see that? Look at the orange.
And that's why
look at the orange, bro.
Red or orange, because it stands out
that's
so.
orange. It stands.
Oh yeah, that's
no,
orange.
put your shades on so you can see it better.
No, I see.
Yeah, put your shades on. You can see it better.
I put on the Polaroid lens.
Yeah. You see it better.
You check that. Yeah, cameraman, are you tuning in on me? Thank you. Yes.
Say tune it to
got
me.
you. Yes, but it Ona Glinton.
Man,
That
definitely.
principal there is.
Oh, well, the vice principal we know is Honorable T. Matt Barterfield. That's my mentor.
Yes.
Also, you have Miss Williams, who is the principal for the high school. Now, bear with me, because again, I should know better. I know Miss Williams, but it's going to. Yes, Rhoda Williams. There you go. Yeah, you see, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes. Yeah. Rhoda Cox Williams.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Yeah, hails from the Big South. Donovan, I just reminded you that you're here in Provo. And like my good friend Bill Clay would say, they don't say it anymore.
Okay, Parker, just to give you an update, this is unofficial, but in that race, in the girls 12 to 13, INT Pret was disqualified. Not that one called Uno. All right? We straight now. You ain't got to worry about that no more.
But I'm wondering.
Down on the track, Parker, let's go. We can get back to that. And they're off.
Okay.
Out front, we see now Richmond Hills, but Una Clinton is out on top of the car with the stagger. And let's see what happens. What happens with this first changeover. We have an idea of where we are, where we stand. Easy changeover. Now into the hands of Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson is now on the second bend, and he's extending this lead, taking it into the third changeover. But Parker, not to be outdone, Parker. Here comes Provo Christian. They're going to look the challenge.
Beautiful
but I don't think that's going to help. I think Una Clinton over. Yeah, it's going to be done. No over more. It's Uno.
Second, look at this.
It's okay. It's okay. Here comes Provo Christian.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Here they go.
Buddy, listen, guys.
Uno's definitely
there's one called Uno.
Yes.
Right, so we're going to look for second place right now. There's one called Uno. We ain't worrying about it no more.
Yeah.
There we go. Here comes Richmond Hill. And I said again, Provo Christian is coming in for third. So, folks, as it ends, Una Clinton, Richmond Hill, and Provo Christian, Osita Jolly,
Yes, Richmond Hill.
And Adelaide Amlo. But Parker, I would give a shout out to Richmond Hills because I think last year they finished third place last year, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of medal count. So they definitely came out and did their thing because there was Una Clinton, I think, INT Pratt, followed by Richmond Hills. Then we have Eliza Simon. So they did their thing. I wouldn't take anything away from Richmond Hills, and they've surely improved this year based on the crop of athletes. But I would say Community Christian Parker, that school and their athletes, man, they are really coming out.
Okay.
That's why I say
Powering through again.
we know who our schools are to watch, but those up and coming schools always give us that one athlete. Like, wow, where did that athlete come from?
Yeah, Una Hasty, again, Richmond Hills powering through to take second place.
But listen, I want you to know, right? I think y'all should change the name of this now. This should be the Una Glinton show. You don't think so, right now?
Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
I mean, come on now, Parker. You
You're
got
moving fast now.
Okay,
buddy.
sorry.
Hold
All right.
on.
All right.
You're too fast.
All right, so Parker, again.
Jamaicans will say you're too bright.
Good. Parker, again. I would say to you, Parker, if at the end of this event and Una Glinton walks away as a three-time champion.
Yes, we as a three-time champion, we have to say that, we're just now, you to name this event after Una Glinton, my good friend. I think you got too much dip on your chip right now.
Okay.
It's a little too much dip on your chip.
All right, guys. We're now here in Heat 2. This is 12 to 13 4x100 meter relay. In lane 2, we have Elite School, Reno Mackey. Well, Chelsea Mongard, Guy Licks, Demona, Delvilles, Suvano. In lane 3 is INT Pratt, Ronaldo Pierre Lewis, Dudley Matuas, Jordan Alice Steve, and we have Dedrine Mel Branchy. In lane 4, we have Iris Stubbs, Giano Forbes, Naomi Joseph, Jamani Seymour, Aroli Seymour. The family? You know them? That's Iris Stubbs. You might know him.
Yeah.
In lane 5, Thelma Libron. We have Javille Gordon, Dominique Quant, Kijani Remy, and Andre Rigby. For lane 6, Enid Capron, we have Hapson Saintus, Grayson Etienne, we have Stenoris, and we have Stefan Rassor out in lane 7 now. Parker, you might want to like this one as well too. This is Eliza Simon. This is coming from east.
Okay.
Where is everybody east? Who come from the east? Okay.
From the east.
All right then. Mateus Campbell, Nicholas Kennedy. Shout outs to Sonaro. Shout outs to Skills. Nicole Mizik and Jermaine Ewing. That is Eliza Simons out in lane 7.
It's hard. You said shout out to Skills, a former TC3A's president. Very
well. I said shout out to Sonara John. You should know her too.
South is in there.
Okay.
But I'm just drawing reference because watch it, they're off. They're getting ready to start.
All right. And the race is off. Enid Capron is up. But out on top of the curve, you see Eliza Simons. But not to be outdone, here comes Enid Capron on the inside. Iris Stubbs is also making the push. Here comes the first changeover. It's going to be close. Enid Capron with the first changeover, and Enid Capron seems to be going. But not to be outdone, Parker, the athlete from Iris Stubbs is giving chase.
Oh, he's coming.
Here comes Iris Stubbs as well, Parker. This changeover is going to be really, really, really close and really, really important.
Look how he worked the field.
There it is now, Parker. Enid Capron has the baton. Iris Stubbs is giving chase, Parker. But Enid Capron is holding court. Parker, not to be outdone, Parker. Here we go, Parker. On the inside, Parker. Elite School, Parker, is making a move as well. And Elite has to change over. But Parker, I think right now, in the middle, for Iris Stubbs. But Elite is on the outside. Here comes Iris Stubbs making a great push, Parker. But Parker, look at the athlete from Masita Jolly. Jamming down, INT Pratt, sorry. Down the lane. Ooh. Parker, it's a close one, Parker. But Iris Stubbs will take first place in that one, Parker. And into the hands of, how do you call that second one, Parker? We have Iris Stubbs out front. I would like to say Elite, with a leap across the line, would have taken that one. Not too sure.
We wait for the replay.
Definitely.
That was close.
I would need to see the replay to kind of call that one. But Enid Capron was right there in the mix. So that second place is highly contested between Elite and Enid Capron. But Iris Stubbs clearly ran away with that one, Parker.
Canberra team, I'm telling you, the Canberra team, whoever's out in front, it so far seems to be a clear victory.
There it is, Paco.
But
Close.
the race seems to always be between
The athlete
second
from
place.
INT Pratt powered his way into
Coming
this
through.
race.
Let's see who.
Ooh,
Yo, he
okay,
jumped,
Elite
he
jumped
did
through the
it, he
line.
did it, yeah.
Elite jumped through the line, taking second. So you have Iris Stubbs first. Elite with a leap of faith across the line. Coming in, there was Enid Capron.
Yes, look at
There you go again.
Better view.
Better view. But that athlete from INT Pratt is powering.
Coming up on him.
Pushing
really.
himself right in there. But that big
Watch
leap
the line,
at
watch
the
the line.
that leap at the end, you would think he was long jumping.
Yeah. I love it. He knew he was steps away from just one step
Yes.
from being got for second place.
There you see it again. Good luck. I mean, Elite was up on Iris Stubbs at a point, but Iris Stubbs just pulled away. And the athlete from INT Pratt, he had a good closing speed in terms of closing in the gap. But again, real estate at the end wasn't working for him.
Wasn't working for him.
He need to call his agent. That one there was a little off.
He sold him.
Yeah. That property
There
was
it
sold.
goes again. Beautiful view. by
That
the
property
camera
was
team.
sold. But Iris Stubbs with a
It
beautiful
was
run in.
Close.
But that was close for number 2. Elite with a good leap across the line. And that right there, folks, is going to be it for the 4x1 boys. That was Heat 2. And again, Parker, that was really close.
Yes. It's starting to turn up out here. And first place, whoever's out in front, first place is pretty much over. Everyone else, it is a very close and tight battle for second and third place.
Well, like I said, guys, if you thought that was it, that's the 4x1 heat. We now got some heat coming up for you. We have the 150-meter dash final. We had the prelims this morning. We also have the 200 meters finals coming up in just a few minutes, folks. Don't go away. Before we do anything, we're going to pay some bills. Give a shout-out to our sponsors. You guys in the booth, let's hear it for our sponsors.
Festivities are over. In less than a month, the movement continues.
Let's explore our health, cook nutritious meals, and test our endurance with the Island Walk runs.
Find out what keeps your body moving.
And get fit with our community workouts.
We will get your fitness journey started. And if it works for you, push your limits.
Let's move, TCI.
Waterloo Holdings Investment Limited, a proud sponsor of Turks and Caicos Islands school sports. Waterloo Holdings Investment Limited, a proud sponsor of Turks and Caicos Islands school sports. Waterloo Holdings Investment Limited, a proud sponsor of Turks and Caicos Islands school sports.
It wasn't always like this, you know. The guns, the violence, it drove them over the edge.
I've been running the 100-meter dash my entire life, and the gun still scares me.
Break yourself! Where you going? Officer Mitchell, cuff him.
That could never be you. You don't hang around those criminals.
Wait, you got that gas money?
Hello everyone, it's Delano Williams here, your Olympian. You know what was coming. It's the Inter-Primary School Track and Field Championships taking place March 19th through to the 21st right here at the National Stadium. I have Coach Tyler here. We have created our own champs because we're so excited to celebrate with you guys.
I'm battling Coach Delano to take my crown as the new Sports Day champion.
Now there's 3 parts to this race. You have the potato sack race, the egg and spoon, and my favorite, the 40-meter dash.
Are you ready?
Let's get moving.
Hey!
Tyler, for the.
Right, we're at the 150, and they're
All right, guys,
off.
and the race is off. Coming around the bend, first off the track, Alpaca. This athlete has been out in front all day. This athlete is from Enid Capron. She's powering down the track. There's nobody challenging her, Alpaca.
Pretty much cruising.
She's
down
clearly
the track.
out in front. That's Sarah Rose from Osita Jolly. She's taking control of this race, so she's gonna end it, and also here comes Vernus. So yeah, Parker, that's gonna end just like that.
So Osita Jolly appears to have taken first
Definitely.
and second.
She first and second. That was a big race for them.
Yes, they walk away on top.
I mean, we were talking about this earlier on. You know, with the 150, you're kind of in the bottom or the middle of the curve, if you want to call it that. So it's going to be a bit trickier in terms of using the curve to power off. Yeah, so guys, you see the replay clearly out in front. No one, and I say no one, is going to challenge that, Parker.
No.
She was clearly out in front, followed by her teammate, and then also on the inside, we would have had from my Thelma Libran taking third place. But in the second race, this is the boys 8 to 9, 150 meters. In lane 1, bit number 383, Cody Weir from Una Glinton. He ran a time of 23:33 in the prelims. Then in lane 2, we have William Vargas, bit number 571 from Thelma Libran, who ran a time of 23:31. Then in lane 3, we have Atunius Jolly, bit number 118 from Community Christian. He ran 22:45. Then we have Wendell Registry, bit number 381 from Una Glinton with a time of 23:20. Then in lane 5, we have Fabian Morenci, 298 bit number. He ran 22:42 in the prelims. Then we now have in lane 6, Andy Antoine, bit number 231 from Enid Capron with a time of 21:95 in the prelims. Then we have Wemsley Noel, bit number 419 from Wasita Jolly. He ran 22:37. Then in lane 8, we have Herbie Bryce, bit number 553 from Thelma Libran, and he ran 22:65 in the prelims. This is, guys, the final for the boys 10 to 9 150 meter dash. This is finals, guys.
I love it, man. It's going down here at TCI National Stadium. Come out and support. Don't watch the weather. It's okay.
Don't worry about that.
You come out, get a little wet. It's all for the fun and encouragement of the youngsters out here doing their thing. So come out, show your love and support. I'm kind of like Steve Harvey. Show your love and support for our up-and-coming athletes, our future athletes. A lot of times we make noise about going Carifta. You want to see the future Olympians from the Caribbean. Come out here and watch the future of Turks and Caicos Island.
Definitely our future.
Come see your future. Our future. Show them that you love them, we support them, we encourage them to continue to push on. Keep your dreams alive and being what you want to be. One of my most favorite songs is by Nas himself. I wish I had a DJ here to tell him, play this track for me. I know I can be what I want to be. And if I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. So that's my word of encouragement to each and every one of our young athletes out here today, those listening out there in Radio Land or via live stream. Remember that. Go look it up. You want to Google something? Nas, I know I can be where I want to be. Go and look it up and meditate on that song, meditate on those words, and come back out here and look forward to seeing you on our track, on our field, whether it's basketball, foot and field, rugby, softball, swimming.
Just to be done, look to the right of us. these kids are running. I can tell you, they don't get tired. They ain't getting tired, Parker. They're just going to run for days.
And I got to blame IGA. IGA, the hydration station, keeping our athletes pumped all day, very well hydrated. The problem is, at the end of the day,
they go home to their parents or the chaperones.
Well, we won't have to worry about them having cramp. They're very well hydrated. On the outside of the track, there's another track meet going on.
Oh, trust me, their own track meet out there.
Yes, IGA, proud sponsor of Interprimary, providing hydration to all of our athletes out here today. I think we had close to 400 athletes taking part in this year's event.
No, 575. That's
575. I stand corrected.
575.
IGA providing hydration is for 500.
They're down on the track.
75 athletes out here today.
Set. Parker, and they're off, Parker.
And they're off.
Parker,
they're coming to frame. Who's
off
out
the
front?
curve? Out first, we have the athlete from INT Pratt making a push, but here comes now making up the stagger. Enid Capron making a chase.
It's close.
But Osita Jolly is chesting at the line,
Chest
Parker.
to
They're
chest.
pulling away from the field.
Chest
this
to
is going to be really close.
Chest
INT
to
Pratt
chest.
and
Whose
Osita
chest
Jolly
is bigger?
Woo! Not too
Chest
sure how
to
that played out,
chest.
Parker. But Parker, the race for me, Parker, is now going to be for a second. We are not too sure. We have
first and second place.
Well, of course. But I think at the time, I'm not too sure whether for Una Glinton, whether it was Cody Weir or Wendell Registry, because they kind of closed at the same time as well.
Yes.
But that first leg, clearly, Osita Jolly and Enid Capron battling it out. As you can see here. As you can see, the athletes pulling away from each other.
Not
And
giving
luckily,
anything up.
that ain't my job to call.
Okay.
Oh,
There
Enid
should be
Capron
some
might
separation.
Can't say, Parker. But he dipped at the line, Parker, which is important. Check it out again. You got a straight-on look.
Still can't tell.
Can't tell. But I'll say Una Glinton crossed the line. That looks like Wendell Registry crossing the line. Bit number 381, as you can see in your screen, coming clearly into your front room. There it is.
It's very,
381.
This kind of finish make me like, I had to go back to work, but man, listen.
I got to hold on for a bit more, man.
This thing getting tight.
Parker, I want to see unofficial who they deem in terms of how they line up. That's how they do it. They put you 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
So
let's see.
You can see this. It might be Osita Jolly barring at the line.
And is that an orange man coming
I think
in
Osita
second?
Jolly might have barred at the line. But Una Glinton clearly was third. But I think Enid Capron Osita Jolly barred at the line, and Enid Capron was right there for second.
Well, you know what? These athletes are really putting a hell of work on our officials.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely.
If they're not
They're working
just
around the clock.
Giving up or, just taking a step back or conceding to anybody.
Conceding to who?
Yeah. All of these athletes out here like they've been watching Ric Flair.
I come out here to win, man.
To
beat the man, you gotta beat the man.
You got to beat the man. Ain't nobody giving up anything.
For what? We out here to do this.
Wow. I want to see one who have his kind be as flamboyant as he is. That showmanship. I love those kind of athletes. Ric Flair, Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp had him out while he was in the league.
Of course, man. Somebody called the National Guard.
I love athletes like Larry Bird. A lot of folks don't know, but Larry Bird was a trash talker too.
Biggest one of them all.
I love athletes like that. Ray Lewis. That's my kind of athlete. I like guys like that.
All right, guys, we are currently waiting. We are currently waiting on now the 200 meters. This is going to be for the girls. Ages 10 to 11 is on the 11 race. We're waiting for that to take place coming up. But you just saw the conclusion of the boys and girls under 9. As boys and girls 8 to 9. You saw the finishing of the 150 meters. And we're now going to move on now to the 200 meters. That's going to be girls and boys 10 to 11. And rounding off the field or the day, you will see the girls and boys 200 meters 12 to 13. That's where we're going to see all the magic happen, Parker. Because again, now I told you earlier on, we were talking off here, when that race for the boys 11 to 12 to 13 come, that's going to be big. As we call the times you're going to see exactly for that age group, running that time is very, very, very critical and very important, Parker. And that is the crazy part, Paco. Paco, you know what would be interesting? We see this time, maybe those dudes was running their best. And what could be now one of those sleeper athletes we don't think about in this race was holding out for the final.
Those times?
Yeah, Paco,
You're telling me that we have athletes that was holding out and doing that? If you holding out in a 200 meter, you hold out and you ran a 27.27. Holding out.
Holding out. Holding out, Paco. Not even fire truck. What Shannon Chop say? Call the National Guard?
Call, because somebody have to cool this track off after you get
somebody got to do something.
What's that, 28, 27 point?
27.71. So I'm dying to see, like I said again, if that was just him, in my opinion, like I said, if that was just him holding back, well, boy.
They need to wet the track before that event starts. That's like a 10, 10-3 split?
Yeah, just about.
At what, age 12?
At age 12, yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're going to now give you some point standings for those who've been asking out there, just to give you an update as to what's going on and how things are progressing. Mr. Parker, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do something a little different than Donovan would normally do it. I'm going to give you from the 19th position up. So again, we're going from the 19th position up. In 19, we have Doris Robertson Primary School with 3 points. 18, Best Institute with 5 points. 16th, Provo Middle School with 8 points. And we have a tie for 16, so I'll say 16 twice. 16th position, we also have Wesley Methodist with 8 points. 15th position, we have Mills Institute with 9 points. 14th position, we had Alpha Christian Academy with 10 points. 13th position, we have Provo Christian with 24 points. 12th position, we have Elite School with 26 points. In 11th position, we have Charles Hubert James Primary School with 32 points. In 10th position, we have Thelma Liburn Primary School with 57 points. In 9th position, some of you would say 9th place. In 9th position, we have Christian Community Academy with 57 points. And 8th position, we have Irish Stubbs Primary School.
All right, Paco, we're going to hold them. We're going to hold them there at 8th place. Irish Stars at 59. We're going to go down we're going to get ready for the start of this race. On the track now, this is girls 10 to 11, 200 meter dash. In lane 1, we have Jamia Robinson from Una Clinton. In lane 2, Bailey Forbes, Thelma Liburn. In lane 3, Nakisha Malcolm, Enid Capron. In lane 4, Alea Williams, Una Clinton. In lane 5, Khadidra Robinson, Christian, Community Christian. In lane 6, we have Demir Jarrett, Richmond Hill. In lane 7, we have Tian Hanfield from Adelaide Amla. And in lane 7, we have Ivana Forbes from INT Pratt.
Are they ready, or we can continue with announcing or updating our fans with positions. I'll continue. In 8th place, we have again Irish Stubbs Primary School with 59 points. In 7th position, we have Richmond Hills Preparatory with 66 points. And
they're on their marks, Parker. We're going to get back to that. Keep you all in some suspense for a little bit. They're on their marks.
Up.
Set. Call them up. Parker, this view right now, Parker, whoever the cameraman is, he's sure panning around this very, really giving us a full bird's eye view of what's going on here in the stadium today. Again, guys, we still have we still have the ball throw up to the top of us. In front of us, we have the long jump for the boys, and also on the track, the 200 meters girls, 10 to 11. Again, shout out Project Idea, man. These guys have been doing this thing all day. Theo right here in the front of us has been holding down this finish line, Kimbrough, doing a great job in terms of giving us those photo finishes, and everybody else on the team doing their job.
And they're putting a lot of pressure. The finishers have been putting a lot of pressure on Theo.
Oh, trust me, Theo was on point though. He's up for the challenge. He's up for the challenge. He is completely up for the challenge.
I don't want Theo's job.
Oh man! All right, guys, they're down again. Let's go. Set. They're now off, guys. Out in front, we now see out to the top. There's our Andy Pratt out to the top. But on the inside, the young lady from Community Christian now making her push. But the athlete from from Una Glinton is giving chase, but her leg bandage for Parker is going to probably impede her. Not necessarily Parker because she's charging down the field. But this athlete from Community Christian is taking it all the way. But here comes Auntie Pratt. Here comes Una Glinton. It's going to be very close at the line.
She ran out again.
So we have Christian Community with number 1, taking the first place, followed by our Auntie Pratt, and we have Una Glinton taking 3rd in that particular race.
Yeah, I think Una Glinton athlete was somewhat hindered from
by her bandage coming off because she came off the curve, beautifully off the curve into the straight, and at that time she was in 2nd position, but with the bandage kind of impeding her in a bit, it kind of slowed her up. But nonetheless, what a good run by her.
Yeah, she did really brave to continue to power.
Yes, definitely. Regardless.
Despite the bandage mishap, continuing to push through and holding on.
As you can see, the athlete from Community Christian was not going to be challenged. She was clearly out in front. Then you'll see the athletes from Auntie Pratt and also Una Glinton coming into your screen at the moment, and you can see the bandage that is on the knee. Like I said again, these kids are battling through everything, Parker. Yes. That shows you the will of a champion. I'm not going to stop no matter what.
Continue to fight through.
I'm coming.
In this view here, you see the bandage she's stepping on it, and then she's off, and then she's on, and All
right, so Parker, you stopped at 7 at Richmond Preparatory. So let's keep them no longer in suspense. Let's get to this.
Richmond Preparatory is in 7th place with 66 points. The top 6 of the field will start with INT Pratt Primary School with 67 points. In 5th place, we had Eliza Simons Primary School with 68 points. The top 4 of the field is Adelaide Amler out of North Cakers with 75 points. That's for 4th place, Adelaide Amler. For 3rd place, we have Osita Jolly Primary School with 97 points. 2nd place, we have Enid Capron Primary School with 125 points. And go ahead.
Put a little emphasis on that. Put a little emphasis on that, Parker.
Leading the pack.
There you go.
Out of the 19 schools competing here today, the one that leads the pack.
There you go.
And it's not even close. With 182 points, ladies and gentlemen. Una Glinton Primary School out of the nation's capital.
Put some respect on that.
Heading
you see
for
that.
a 3-peat.
Oh, my God.
In these here games.
You say Una. Ooh, you say
Una Glinton.
There we go. 180 what? 182 of them things?
182 points. That's 63 more points or 62 points differential between first place and second place.
Guys, and we ain't over yet. But just to give you guys, that is through today. That again now through 45 events. We're not gonna. This is combined. So this is where we at. We don't want you guys to worry about it. We're gonna keep you updated, but that's where we are right now. But on the track, Parker, and they're down. From Irish Stubbs, we have Covano Forbes, Amir Sinclair from Richmond Hill, Josiah Henry from Charles Hubert, Stuart Alcius from Enid Capron, Lovinson Conal let off, Parker. I'll get to that. Didn't have a chance. But Parker, as you can see, Parker up in front, the athlete from Christian Community, he's pulling in. And here now off the bend comes Enid Capron. There goes
the man from the boys.
He's out in front, Parker. I don't think he's going to be tested. Parker, here comes the athlete from Una Glinton. He is giving chase, Parker, trying to close the gap. But
he's
here
very
comes,
close to
here comes Auntie Pratt and Osita Jolly, but it's going to fall that way, Parker. We're going to have Christian Community taking first place, Lovingston Colin from Una Glinton taking second. Then we have Osita Jolly, followed by Auntie Pratt, Parker.
That was one. That was very tight. Wasn't as close where you put pressure on the judges, but it was very exciting to watch down the stretch. You know,
definitely, Parker. Watch it, Parker, right here, Parker. But again, Lovingston had a chance.
Just didn't have it in it to pull it through.
His real estate agent couldn't close the deal.
Yeah,
couldn't close the deal.
He's just powered all the way through the finish line.
Best he can. Perfect. Yes. Good run though. Good run. Yes. Good run from the athlete from Christian Community Christian. Sorry.
Yeah, Community
Christian. Just a car. Good run.
You know, Community Christian is cruising in these events. I would have loved to see them being really challenged.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to have seen that.
See the times that they're doing in this 150. But hats off to them. Our camera crew, if you don't mind showing us our points again on the stream, so that those watching via live stream and I may have missed what the reading of the positions was, they have a chance to look at it.
All right, guys, on the track right now, this is going to be the event number 13, girls 12 to 13, 200-meter dash. In lane 1, Sajine Registry from Una Glinton. She ran a time of 31:48 in the prelims. Then we have Kayla Carter from Community Christian. She ran a time of 31:24. In lane 3, Irene Hall from Irish Stubbs, who ran a time of 30:63 in the prelims. Then we have Deja Ewing from Christian Community with a time of 31:35. And from my Auntie Pratt, we have Nisha Petit with a time of 30:37. And from Una Glinton, Asia Williams with a time of 30.38 in the prelims. And in lane 7, we have Jukar Jean Baptiste from Adelaide Amla, who ran 30:37. Rounding out the field in lane 8, Amani Hall from Holy Family, who ran 31:09. Guys, there you have it. This is event 13, girls 12 to 13. They're down on the track. Paco, what you say? What you say?
Irish Stubbs.
Oh, man, okay. But I want to say this to you, honestly. No joke. Auntie Pratt, Community Christian are the two to watch in this race. They're coming in with the fastest time. I just want to point that out. Coming in with the fastest time, Paco. I'm not going to take anything away from them.
Hey, that's the way it is. You come into the fastest time. You got to hold on to it.
Oh, yeah, of course. We can see. Yeah. Now it's where rubber meets the road. It's the finals.
Like we say, contender or pretender.
Oh, but we can see right now.
In a few seconds, we'll see whether or not these ladies coming into this event with the fastest time hold true to being the best at this event for this year. And if they're not, we'll see if the others who are part of this event come to play spoiler.
And that's the point.
And somehow walk away with the 150 title, take it home to their school, their institution, their community.
But honestly, looking at the lane assignment, look at 4 to 6. Those are the sweet lanes in the 200 meters. You know what I'm saying? In lane 4, you have Deaja Ewing from Community Christian. And in lane 5, we have Neisha Petit from INT Pratt. And in lane 6, we have Asia Williams. Those are the sweet lanes. But Paco, what I saw today, the lane didn't matter.
There's no sweet lane.
The lane did not matter today, Paco.
Chest to chest.
Because athletes were winning out of lane 7 convincingly.
To be the man, you have to beat the man. You don't come into these games at this level, you thought it would be at the high school, but at this level, no one is conceding to no one.
Well, I can tell you, these athletes ain't giving up, but they're down, set, and they're off, Parker. Out in front, we have the athlete from Holy Family out in front. But look at the athlete from Una Glinton making up the stagger. Also, Adelaide Amla is in there, Parker. They're off the carve, but off the carve, Parker. Here comes Iris Stubbs on the inside. But Parker Williams is now making another charge, Parker. She's giving it. She's pulling it up, Parker. This is going to be a close finish, Parker. But from the looks of it, Parker, that's school again, Parker. Uno. There we go. Una Glinton taking first, followed by Auntie Pratt and Iris Stubbs in for third, Parker.
I would tell you, watching that, had Irina not take part in the relays,
part of make a difference.
It would have made a big
difference. Well, it's okay. Yeah. Asia took part in it as well, so we're making no excuses today.
We would have seen.
Well, Parker, I've said to you,
we'll see a better ran 150.
But look at what I said. Coming in with the fastest time in this event.
Look right here. Just didn't have it to pull it to power way through.
I mean, Asia powered her way through, and the athlete from INT Pratt was on her, but she was able to pull away. Holy Family had that race coming off the curve, but based on the stagger off the curve, Asia was able to pull even with her and had the leg strength and the endurance to power her way through.
All these athletes, and I told you someone is out here to play spoiler.
No, man, but Irene Hall did a great job coming off the curve because at first she was nowhere in the picture.
Yes.
It was completely Holy Family, Una Glinton, and INT Pratt. But she made it her business. Hey, buddy, I'm here as well.
I'm here.
Don't leave me out. I'm here as well.
To be the man,
you got to beat him.
Women, you have to beat him. Let's say good afternoon to Mr. Kamiko Lewis, all the way out of the Big South.
All right, Paco. This guy's on the track is the event 14, boys 12, 13, 200-meter dash final.
These the big boys?
Oh, these the big boys, yeah.
These those guys who run in almost Olympic time?
Oh, yeah. We looking to see some good things here, some good things here, they say. Out in the lane 1, we have Jordan L. Steve from INT Pratt, bit number 291. He ran a time of 29:40 in the prelims. Then in lane 2, bit number 387, Makai Wilson from Una Glinton. He ran a time of 29:83. In lane 3, Dodane Malibranchi from INT Pratt. He ran a time of 28:19. Lane 4, bit number 113, Xavier Carey from Community Christian. He ran a time of 28:71. In lane 5, Nahimi Joseph. He ran bit number 332 from Iris Stubbs. He ran a time of 27:98.
Well, you better stop.
In lane 6, Jamari Heath, bit number 520 from Richmond Hill. He ran 27:71. In lane 7, Ali B. Seymour from Iris Stubbs. He ran a time of 28:27. In lane 8, from Una Glinton, bit number 385, Taekwon Williams. In the prelims, he ran 28:47.
Wow.
And they're off, Parker.
Let's see how this going.
Off the car first, Parker, is Iris Stubbs. Iris Stubbs is making up the stagger. Here comes the athlete from Richmond Hills. Giving chase is the athlete from Iris Stubbs. Not to be outdone, Parker. Here comes Community Christian, but
nobody's going to be got.
The athlete from Richmond Hills, Parker, is completely out in front.
Stubbs is
but here comes Iris Stubbs. Iris Stubbs is chesting him to. Oh, Parker, it's going to end that way, Parker.
God.
There we go, Parker. It's going to be Iris Stubbs. Oh, sorry, Richmond Hill, Iris Stubbs. And it looks like third place. I'm not too sure, Parker. It's kind of close on the end. I'm not too sure. Could be Iris Stubbs again on that side. I can't tell. We'll wait for the officials to get that on the way.
I think we were robbed in that event. And I say that because the events were too close.
Parker, he ran 27:81, Parker. First place. That's Jamari Heath again.
What? You can see he's holding his side as soon as he
crosses the line.
From Iris Stubbs, as soon as he crosses the line, he grabs his side.
Leg, yeah.
Yeah. He ran in a relay earlier, just before, so.
Parker, there we go, Parker. I just want to make sure third place. We get third place here. We got first, which is Richmond Hill. Iris Stubbs second. And we're trying to make out third. Okay.
Irish Stubbs?
Third will go now. Third will go right here. That is, if I'm not mistaken, INT Pratt will take third.
Okay. Very, very interesting.
Very interesting race. I mean, he ran 27.71 and he came back and ran 27.82. That's good timing, Paco.
Yep. It's very good.
Jamari Heath.
Yep. It's very, very close. Very, very close one.
All right, guys. Like I said again, man, that 200 meters was very blistering. And if you guys are wondering, yes, man, that race was a final. And we're looking now, hopefully, should have some medal presentations before we do get out of here. Not too sure. But that, honestly, I think was the, so we still left the ball throw in the corner and in the front of me. The boys' jumps is just about to be concluded. They're still jumping here. So a lot of stuff action still going on here at the National Stadium. And guys, again, this is day 3. Tomorrow will be the culmination of this 3-day event where we will see finals for the 4x4, which is going to round out. And I think that's going to be awesome. We have the 400-meter finals tomorrow. That should be really good. These athletes, in terms of their ability to recover and get out here and give you a great performance. So we look forward to all of these events tomorrow. So please do not, miss it. You definitely want to be here for that. And like I said again, you have now been listening to the afternoon session in day 2 of the 2024 Inter-Primary School Track and Field Championships. All right, guys, and that's going to do it for us here. Thank you to all my guests that we had today. Angelo Garland for coming through, Sharon for coming through, Alvin Parker for coming through. And guys, again, thank you for being in my company. I'm Donovan Fulford. We're out.
Movers, get registered. Let's Move TCI is back. Festivities are over.
It wasn't always like this, you know. The guns, the violence, it drove them over the edge.
I've been running the 100-meter dash my entire life, and the gun still scares me.
Break yourself! Real boy. Officer Mitchell, cuff him.
That could never be you. You don't hang around those criminals.
Wait, you got that gas money?